guys, welcome back. Dreamweaver23 here for our second installment of our tutorial for Gnomoria. It's a hard name to say. If you didn't watch the last one, I suggest that you go and watch the last one so you can kind of figure out what we're doing and where we're at. If you have watched the last one, welcome back. Hey, how's it going, guys? So what we're going to be doing on this episode is we're going to be taking and trying to get some of the pasture set up, also looking for stone, setting up our farm, and kind of getting a overall view of the game at this point in time, how it stands. We're going to dive right into it because we have basically about 25 minutes is what I'm trying to set up these videos to be so that you can see these series as they go along. And I want to get as much in here as possible. So starting off, we are going to see that, one, we need to get some of the more of these trees out of the way. Bottom line. Which actually, this one, we should be able to work around a lot of this stuff. So, first off, we're going to set up, go in here, and you can see it's still nighttime on first day of spring. I didn't change anything in the time because I want to make sure that all of our time is used as efficiently as possible. So we're going to set up a pasture, and this is going to be a simple pasture. We're going to put it out 1, 2, 3, so it'll be 3 blocks is what it's going to set out as. And we're going to set this up as a 9x7, or a 7x9, I guess. So we can see there's nothing blocking us right there. And it's going to basically line out to be exactly the length of our sides right there. This is going to be a ranch for yaks. And cool, any straw. Great, awesome. Actually, no. We are going to suspend this one as of right now, because we need to get a wheat farm set up. So we're going to do that as well. So that's your process for going in and setting up a farm, or is going into agriculture, which is, I'm in the agriculture tab, number 2 right here. And then you have these options. Farm, pasture is what we just set up, grove, and so on and so forth. So farm, we're going to set this up right here. That's going to be 1, 2... And basically, I just like to leave that little bit of gap of space in between there. We're going to set this up as a 9x9. Damn it, I am going to need to forge those. But of course, our people are busy. Not to fear. While they are doing that, we're going to have these guys start mining properly. Now, I have the game paused, and like I said before, you want to make sure that you pause every chance that you can get. 1, so this is going to be 1 out of the 7. 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be the spot. So yeah, I'm a little OCD when it comes to this. This is the center. This sets it up so that we can have, I guess, a door at the bottom. So this right here is going to be centered to our, if we go in and hold this position, that's the center of our hallway that's going to lead into our main base. Well, I guess it would actually be right here is what we should be linking from. So as you can see, that's right there centered through our spot. So we're basically traveling up this way, directly centered on that bit. And we're going to see if we can find some stone, first thing. So our miners are down here taking care of business while our people upstairs are getting set up and foraging while we need them to set up those farms. So that we're waiting until these get foraged. That's what we're waiting on right over here. Alright, and those guys are also, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3. All right. So as you can see, we have this set up to where we're going to go down the next level right here. And so for that, actually we should probably get some of these rooms set up. 9 by 9. And this is going to be a 9 by 9 as well. I set up 9 by 9 rooms, and you'll see why in just a short minute. But this is also letting us kind of see what's available around in this direct area. Typically, a lot of times you're going to see that they're going to have more rocks and stone on the sides of the maps, is what I've always kind of seen, but it's just randomly generated, so it's not absolutely necessary that they do that. But these are basically going to be set up for our main building areas, if you will. But we do want to go down, we do need to get some stone, and so what we're going to do right here is we're going to set up and do kind of like what we were just doing with mining down on the last video and getting a... we found some copper already, which is actually really great. Too bad it's not stone, but... okay. The one thing that kills me, and we haven't run into this yet, but if you run into this, see how this piece of floor is still over here, hanging out and chilling like a cold villain? That's annoying, to say the least. What we're going to do is, if you want to get that out of there because it's going to bug the hell out of you like it will me, go to Build. Alright, do that again. Build, Terrain, Floor, and the soil floor right here. Right now you can use anything because you're not really going crazy. We're going to have our builder come down here. He's going to build the floor. They'll be able to go to sleep, apparently, because that's just what they do. We'll check this while they're sleeping. But building that floor out will make it to where they can reach that to destroy it, and then go destroy these along the way. It's a pain in the buns, is what it is. Is everybody asleep right now? Jesus Christ, I swear that's all y'all do is sleep! Ah, drinks. I'm like, what is he doing? Where's he going? Wake up faster! Rather embarrassing. All my people are just sleeping right now. Alright, well at least we can check to see what's going on up here. So lots of oranges, as you can see. And we will need our... people to actually, we'll need our woodcutters to actually cut down those trees since they are felled at this point in time. Did you guys wake up? Yes, they woke up. Okay. So they woke up and they took off. Not a big deal because we're going to go through and have them basically just remove the floor at this point in time, and they should do this in the correct order this time. And I'll be right back because I have a phone call. Be right back, guys. Alright guys, I am back. Sorry about that. Wife was calling and I had to answer because it's my wife, and of course I'm going to answer the phone. I don't want to get in trouble. Alright, so we have them coming down here to dig this out. And we're going to also go to dig stairs down. And it is pretty crazy that we found copper right off the bat like this. Which it shows that it is copper, but it looks like it's still in soil. Dirt or clay, so we'll have to still find some stuff. But regardless, I mean, it's still a good find. Getting copper already. And it does sound like this is Raw sandstone. Okay, so it is stone. This is the first time I've seen sandstone. So we found rock. Good stuff. We will set this up to where right over here we're actually going to build in a section, just a 3x3. And another one right here, 3x3. And then over here is 3x3, 3x3. This is going to do a couple things. One, it's going to allow us to set up our crude workstation. We'll only need one. And number two is that it'll allow us to have a place for the markets, the merchants to come through, which is very beneficial. You do want to have your merchants come through and have a place set up for them to set up. That's not going to be till later, but we're just go ahead and planning it ahead. And it keeps it to where it's all organized. If you see this area, I have a 9x9 here, a 9x9 here. We have a way all the way going up to get to here. We have a crude workstation spot that we'll have set up right here. And we're going to have merchant spots. So that's a good lineup for in such a small compact area of having it all set out. So we're going to go to build, going to go to workshops, and we're going to just build a crude workbench. This right now requires any log and any raw stone, but that's going to allow us to build the carpenter, the sawmill, the stone cutter, the stonemason, lots of different stuff. So now keep in mind that you have a front and a back, and typically you're going to sit on the log and then work on the stone. So we're going to want this facing in this way. And they're going to come down and they're going to actually get this set up and get built. And it's good that it's so close right there, the thing. And once it goes blue or yellow, you can see that it's actually set up and finished. So we're going to go into here and we're going to get them to set up a workshop. We're going to get the carpenter built as quickly as possible. Now you want to do these things one at a time. You don't want to have it too much work being done. Like, you don't want to set up all of your workshops, because if you do that, from what I found, is that it takes forever just to get one of them built. And you'll be building stuff for the other workshops that you can't even get finished over on the sides. So we're going to set this area up, and this is going to be our woodworking area, and this one's going to be our stonemason area, essentially, is what we're going to have it at. So we're going to set this right here into the wall. Boom. And then they're going to go ahead and get started. The builder is going to go ahead and get started working on that as quickly as possible. While he's doing that, though, we're going to have our miners come down here and just continue to mine out and work with this section. So, right. One, two, three. Alright, that'll just give them some work so they can be down here. You want to try to keep all of your workers working as efficiently as possible. So if you can keep all of them going, that's great. That's what you want them to do. And I just had a thought of, well, kind of a derp moment. So we're going to set up this farm. One, two, so it's going to be 1, 2. And this is third one. It's right here. 9x9. This is going to be our wheat farm. There's a lot of work going on right there. What are you doing? A builder. Why aren't you building? They might need a place so they can even get the stuff set down. That's another thing to keep in mind too, which we can build that back here. You'll want them to be able to place and remove that dirt, because basically right now there's dirt everywhere. So we're going to go and actually designate an area as a stockpile. I'm lying, because first we need to actually clear this area out. So we're going to mine this area right here. It's going to be mine wall, So that is 11. We'll make this an 11 by 11 area. That'll just give us a really good work area to kind of get stuff taken care of. This also will set up one of these areas as a way for us to so that they can have a training area, so they can train soldiers and stuff like that. Now we really don't want to go too much lower right here. And the reason is because if we go too much lower, we're going to start to get a lot of enemies spawning in, and below level 7, below level -7 is a lot of enemies. And is that coal? Yes, we got some coal as well. Nice. Alright, you can see them going to town. We're going to designate this area as a stockpile. Actually, we're going to designate this 5x5 as a stockpile, and it's going to be for soil only. By clicking it down the center of the spot, you don't want to hit goods, because that'll make it to where every single thing. But if you hit soil, then they're just going to pull the soil in there. And they'll go to town. Anybody that's not working actively will go to town on getting some of that stuff taken care of. So those guys are going to be hauling that equipment back and forth, and that'll kind of be their priority at this point in time, is just getting that set up and done. So see, they can take care of that dirt all by themselves. It's good stuff right there. We will set up another stockpile right over here. And this is only just because I know what I'm doing on these parts. This is my kind of regular design. A 3x6 area right here. This is going to be for stone, coal, and metal. So any stone, coal, or metal, they'll bring and put right there on that stockpile whenever it's freed up. And that's the biggest thing to take in consideration, is whenever it's freed up. So we are going to go ahead and speed up time a little bit right here, because I want them to get this carpentry finished. And so at this point in time, we are going to speed up, and we'll be right back.
You hurry up for the love of Pete.
Alright guys, we're back into regular speed now. You can see that it takes a while for that. That was about 4 minutes at 2 times speed in the game. But you can see they finally finished up the carpenter. So it takes a little bit for them to get a lot of the work done. While they were doing that, I did go ahead and up here, like we did down here with the wheat farm, I went ahead and made a strawberry farm, and then I made an orange grove right over here. So they haven't really affected those too much because we don't have a whole lot of people working on it at this point in time. But we finally got our carpenter built, which is good. Now we will need to also make a stop it. We're gonna have to build our next bit, which right here we will use the stonemason. No, stone cutter. Hold on. Basically what we're trying to get up is the distillery, which we need to make barrels, and that can be made at a carpenter's workshop and a carpenter's workshop. So I can get the distillery up right now, which is really freaking good. So to do that, instead what we're going to do is we're going to build another 9x9 area right up top. 9 walls. 9x9 right there. This part is coming in. I'm going to go 9x9 right here as well. So that's going to, just so we can have it evened. Our miners will start mining away. Go ahead, miners. You just mine your little self to your heart's content. Alright. Really? You're thirsty? Right now you're thirsty? Can't believe these guys. Come on. Get back down there. Mine that stuff out. So you can see they are working on the strawberry farm right up there. Now there is a benefit to having strawberries and apples. Strawberries and apples actually are one of the quickest turnarounds for your fruits at about 36 hours in game time. I think oranges and wheat grow at like 48 hours, and then birch trees and stuff like that are 136 hours of in-game time, or of daylight, I should say. So as long as it's daylight in the game, the 36 hours of daylight will have strawberries and apples being harvested. That's just different information that's available on the wiki, and it is really helpful to have that on there. Now that we have this area up here set out, we are going to build another workshop. We're going to build our distillery right here. And the reason why we want to get our distillery up as soon as possible is that our gnomes are drinkers. They are drinkers. And so wine, beer, and tea is what they crave. So we're going to go ahead and get that started up there and get it built so that it can get built as soon as possible. Now the only thing that you need for the distillery, if I can actually find it, there it is a table and 2 barrels. We have 2 barrels already from the get-go. We got 2 barrels. That's good. So basically it's going to be pretty quick to build this bit, and that will allow us to start taking those fruits and other, you know, assorted. We can take wheat and we can make beer. We can take the fruits and make wine, and we can take mushrooms and make tea. And it's going to make sure that we have drink, because that's the quickest way for your people to die, other than goblins, I guess. So, I mean, that makes sense. But we're going to get these guys. They're going to get that set up, and they're going to start working. We're going to keep these guys kind of moving along down here. I am going to start these guys mining some more. And you always see that I do pause it anytime I start to do anything. It is a good idea to keep your game being paused. We are going to mine out some more of this area, though, right here, because there is coal, and then there are hills. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. That would be nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you guys done with the distillery yet? No, you're not done. Why aren't you done? Get done. Alright, so there's some more coal right there that we got. Some more copper as well. So that is all good, and he is still not done working on here. And he just fell asleep in the hallway. He's like, I'm just going to lean up against this door right here, the wall right here, and I'm just going to fall asleep. Now, one thing to keep in mind, too, is that this is all dirt still at this point in time. This is just dirt for this, so we don't have anything set up to make it look pretty. And we do want to have stuff to make it look pretty, because that's what raises the worth of our kingdom, and will actually pull more nomads in once we get into our next season. So, all things to keep in mind. Right now, though, we want them to continue to get all this dirt off the ground. And, where did our builder go? A merchant has arrived. See, there is our first merchant. Gnome merchant from the land of scorpions. Health. Gnome is in good health. Equipment none. Skills. Not a whole lot. But we don't have any market stalls set up yet, so they can't actually get anything established. They can't establish a market and merchants to trade with. So we'll have to wait for that person to get in here later on. It does pause anytime that there is a goblin sighted or an enemy sighted or a merchant or new nomads. It does pause the game, and I do suggest that you keep it that way, because if not, you will go away from computer and you will come back to dead people. But that is going to wrap it up for this time, guys. I hope that you got something good and useful out of this tip, this tutorial right here. When we continue on next time, we're going to be starting to build up our stonemason, our stone cutters, our stonemasons, sawmill, and get kind of more of our layout set up on here, and start training some people for like the arena and stuff like that. Start getting some more worth built into our kingdom. So make sure you guys join me, and until next time, I am DreamRaver23 reminding you to game happy, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys!